for the benefit of others also. You can just
Yes, sir,
share
but
your screen.
yes, sir, but I need some time, sir. Just some 1 minute or 2 minutes.
No issues.
Okay. Take your time.
No issues.
So, Mr. Vyumesh, I hope you can see Amra Sai Sandeep on the top right. You can do gallery view. Yeah,
Yeah, I can see. Yeah.
great. Amra, just let us know when you've shared the resume on the chat.
Yes, sir. Sir, meanwhile, you can tell something about direct access in interview and all.
Nice. So you share your resume first. Is there anybody else who has their resume ready?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir, I
Do we
got
have?
it.
Yes, sir, I'm having.
Yes, sir, I got
Yes,
it.
sir.
Wait a moment, I got it.
Yeah. Go ahead, Amara.
Please hold on to your questions. Sir will take a couple of questions in the end, so don't worry about it. Yeah, I think Amara has shared. No, not yet.
Wait,
Yeah.
Going.
No, this is Ritika.
Yeah.
Amara, we are waiting for your resume.
Yes, sir, I'm downloading. Actually, it is in my system and I'm operating through my mobile.
Okay.
So,
Okay.
Yeah. Yes.
yes,
Just.
Yes,
Yeah.
Amara. Great. All the best, and I hope others are noting their points. Sir, over to you.
Yeah. Thank you.
sir, thank you for waiting.
Just loading. Yeah. No issues. Yeah. Let me just open the CV. So I'm not able to share the screen.
Just a minute. I'm making you the co-host.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now you can.
Yeah. Yeah. So here's the CV. I guess everyone is able to see. Okay, so Sai, if you can just share your experience in your articleship and what have you done till date, so that we can get an idea on your experience thus far.
So yes, sir. Good evening, sir. I'm Sai Sandeep, and I have recently qualified my chartered accountancy examination, and I'm very excited to start an embarking journey. And I have done my articles in a uh, firm, in a sole proprietor practicing firm in Guntur, naming Srinivas Murthy, Amara Srinivas Murthy and Co. And during my tenure of articleship, my experience is primarily uh, over in direct taxation, filing income tax returns, and tax planning for clients, and preparation of indirect tax returns, tax audits, and statutory branch audits of banks, and preparation of credit monitoring arrangement uh, report for clients who are raising funds for their business, and preparation of network certificates, and day-to-day handling of office operations, and managing clients and getting information from clients, and uh, providing services to clients. This is a major work I have done throughout my articles, sir. And one of the appreciation I got from my boss, this is after completion of articles from December 2018 to January 2022. I have continued as a paid assistant in my firm and in my articleship firm. And during the COVID time, particularly because of COVID lockdowns and all, we have to operate from home. We have to do work from home, and during that time, actually in our firm, all the data is stored in the local servers, local hard disk, local database. However, I helped my boss in in migrating the data in local storage to uh, cloud database, sir.
Okay. And what was the key highlight of your articleship? If you can just brief that, what was your USP, or what was your best assignment which you might have handled?
The best assignment I have handled, sir, it is about in one of the branch audit of bank, and it is a highlight because it is a very challenging situation. I have faced it uh, when we are verifying the whether loans and advance given by bank is a performing asset or non-performing asset. One of the it is a the loan is given to a cold storage facility, and what happened is that whenever a loan is given, the banks take insurance from the borrower. Borrower has to take insurance and give it to banks. And in this case, for that cold storage facility business insurance was given by more than one insurance company. It is a kind of co-insurance. And what happened is the cold storage was destroyed in a fire accident, and the lead insurer of the insurer has declined to uh, pass the claim to the borrower, and because of that because of that borrower's business has significantly affected, and he's unable to pay the loan amount. But however, this issue is going for a long time. The bank should have classified the account as NPA in previous year only, but they did not classify the account as NPA. And they are when we raised the issue with bank, the bank said that previous auditor has not raised this issue. He's okay with explanation given best. Why are you raising the issue? But however, we are not satisfied with this explanation given by bank, and we have raised an objection in our audit report. And this the amount of I can't remember the amounts exactly, but it amounts to approximately 10 to 25% of the total advances given by the banks. So it is clearly a red flag, and it will be highlighted at a higher level. Even central statutory auditor will be focusing on that issue. I think that is the reason even the regional manager of zonal office of that particular branch is asking us to don't highlight this issue in your report. But however, because of the pressures from local political leaders and branch zonal officers, we did not give an adverse opinion. However, we have modified audit opinion. This is a significant one of the significant challenges I faced during my articleship apprenticeship. And one more issue is when clients come to us, this is not about bank audit, sir. This is a separate issue. Basically, when a client approaches us to uh, help in raising loans for preparation of project reports and credit monitoring arrangement report, we directly handle our client. We give our CMA report prepared by us to the client, and the client takes it to the bank and he submits it. Actually, what happened is client, before reaching auditor office, reaching us, client has reached a third party uh, agent who provides who helps the clients in providing loans. So we are not the first one when the client wants client approached when he wants loan. So what happened is however, client was satisfied with our service. He took the CMA report, but because of the close relationship of client with the third party, client has shown our CMA report to the third party, and how somehow that third party is able to get our CMA report, and he submitted it to the bank. Actually, the process flow should be we as an auditor should submit CMA report to client, and client should submit it to bank. But what happened is we submitted it to client. Client, instead of submitting it to bank, he submitted it to the third party agent, and a third party agent has submitted it to bank on behalf of client. I don't know what is the understanding between the client and third party, but what happened is we got one fine day, we got a call from bank manager saying that the report signed by you is not accurate. They are saying that the client has not filed audit income tax returns. How did you certify this? Uh, Once we request you to visit the office. So our boss principal, he has immediately went to the office and he checked all the reports, CMA reports and all the reports submitted from our office. And he saw that sign done by him is not his original sign. Even it is not matching with his original sign. It was forged by the third party agent. I don't know what is why that agent had changed the original documents and replaced original documents and given the forged documents. Maybe he has increased the loan amount, or he has done that so that he can claim brokerage amount from the banks. That is one of the significant issue we have encountered. I have encountered during the apprenticeship, sir.
Okay. And what specifically have you done in direct tax, income tax?
In direct tax and income tax, I do handle the individuals and partnership firms clients in tax planning and filing income tax returns and performing tax audits.
Okay. And which domain are you targeting to go ahead with post qualification?
Sir, I wish to target direct taxation domain only, sir. I wish to learn more in direct taxation. I want to handle corporate clients, transfer pricing, and more, sir.
Okay. So what do you know about transfer pricing? What are the methods of arriving at arm's length price?
Sir, there are some, I don't remember number of methods, but the transfer pricing calculation methods are controllable, uncontrolled price method, resale price method, cost plus method, transaction net margin method, and I don't remember others, sir. I remember to this point of time only these 4 methods, sir.
So for service industry, which method will you use?
Sir, for service industry, I would use cost plus method, sir. Reason for service industry, the transaction pricing is basically done on the basis of cost plus profit margin. Therefore, I feel that cost plus method is an appropriate method.
Okay. And what is section 194R?
Section 194R, is it about perquisites, sir? Perquisites, yes, sir. It is actually recent amendment where government has disallowed expenditure related to expenditure referral commission. When any referral commission is given to doctors, such expenditure is disallowed, and TDS has to be deducted whenever perquisites are given. Sir, actually 194R is about TDS on perquisites. Whenever a business is getting perquisites in the ordinary course of business, that perquisite amount should be charged with the TDS. Some of the examples are YouTubers. Nowadays, YouTubers are reviewing the mobile gadgets and unboxing gadgets, and they review on behalf of company, and they promote the product of the company. So there are chances that companies might ask the influencers to review the product by paying commissions. So this is an example, and whenever an influencer is unboxing the product and promoting the product for a price, for a consideration, the company who is paying it to the influencer should deduct the perquisite. When coming to 194R, sir, I have a case where, but this is before 194R amendment. What happened is there is a medical representative of medical representative is our client, and to one of the hospitals, he has installed AC for free. Now, for hospital, during the running, as a course of running business, in the course of running business, from the medical representative, installation of AC is a perquisite. So, after this amendment, medical representative should have directed TDS on this transaction.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
And have you gone through any recent budget amendments?
No, sir, I did not go.
Okay. And any recent case law which you might have come across?
Asian
any recent judgment?
Recent judgment. No, sir.
Okay. What is the time limit for filing a rectification application?
Rectification application, it is filed under section 151, and the time limit to file is I don't remember, sir, actually.
Okay. Have you done any litigation?
No, sir, I am not into litigation, sir.
And what is the tax rate for royalties and FTS for payment to non-residents?
It is a 10%, sir, under section 115A.
115?
A.
A. Okay. Are you sure it is 10%?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And are you aware about the recent changes to the reassessment regime?
Reassessment regime. Reassessment or new assessment, sir?
Reassessment.
No, sir. Is it about
What about?
142 income escaping assessment, sir?
Yes.
No, sir. Actually, I am handling a case right now, but I'm not aware of it, sir.
Okay. And what about ITRU?
Yes, sir. It 139 subsection 8 updated return. We can file within 2 years from the end of the financial year. We have to pay additional tax under section 140B, 25% additional penalty for filing updated return. When we file updated return, we cannot claim refund or we cannot reduce our tax payable tax liability. That's it, sir.
Okay. Where do you see yourself 10 years down the line?
Sir, I wish to excel in my professional journey, and I seek leadership role, and I wish to inspire others and give give help others in reaching the higher positions.
Okay. And you are looking at an industry or a consulting or a big four? Which area are you looking at?
Sir, I'm looking at Big Four, sir.
And which location?
Probably Hyderabad.
Okay. What is clause 13E of the tax audit report?
Sir, class 13E.
Yeah.
No, sir, I'm not able to answer, sir.
Okay. What about clause 34A?
No, sir, I can't tell on the basis of class numbers. Maybe I can answer if you tell what is that class.
Okay. Okay, I think that's all. In the interest of the time, I guess this is enough. So before I give the feedback, I open the floor for the feedback and use the chat box. Guys, we have 58 of us, 57 of us, except for me and Sai. Quickly use your chat box. Jeetpal says talk less. Perfect. The very first feedback is very lengthy answers, right? Very lengthy answers. If one question is asked to you, your answer should be crisp to the point, right? And you are here for a direct tax interview, right? So when I ask you for the key highlight of your articleship or whatever is your experience, etc., you should focus more on direct tax rather than focusing on the banks, the CMA, the concurrent audit. That is not what is of interest, right? So most of the people here lost interest. Even I lost interest that what is going on in this bank audit. Am I really concerned about the bank audits? The very first point.
Okay,
So
sir.
when you are giving an interview for the domain, right, you should focus strictly on the domain, and not yes, you might have done bank audit, you might have done. When I ask you that what is the highlight of your articleship or what is the key assignment that you have handled. So I am interested in understanding the direct tax aspects and not other areas, right? Because as interviewer, I am here to test your direct tax knowledge,
Okay,
right?
sir.
Secondly, you were not aware about one, the amendments. Second, case laws. Third, even few provisions which I asked you. Rectification is under 154, not 151, right?
Yes, sir.
Royalty tax rate 115A section was correct, but the rate has been increased to 20% by this Finance Act 2023. So you need to update yourself with the recent amendments, right?
Yes, sir.
So these are the key feedbacks. You need to keep yourself updated. You cannot go in an interview and say, I don't know, I am not aware. My attempt was 1 year down the line. My attempt was 6 months down the line. I have studied Finance Act 2022. And now the interviewer is interested in Finance Act 2023. So you cannot give any excuse that because your exam was in May, today we are in August, a result came somewhere in mid-July, right? So we have already gone 15-20 days are already gone by. So if you are preparing for an interview, if you are preparing for a Big Four or any consulting firm for that matter, you should be updated with the recent developments, recent amendments, recent, I would say, case laws, the recent judicial precedents. These are the few basics which you should be aware, right? And tax audit, you have written in your CV that you have done tax audit, right?
Yes.
I have asked very simple questions on tax audit. I have not asked any ultra technical questions. It was 34A is one of the most critical aspect of a Form 3CD. If you do not remember 34A, then obviously there will be question marks on what have you done. Clause 13E deals with, see, I have not done a single tax audit. Let me tell you, I am in this profession since 2009. I have not done a single tax audit, but I remember all the clauses of tax audit report, right? I have not signed a single tax audit report, nor have I reviewed any tax audit report, right? But I remember the clauses of tax audit report. How? Good question. But I do take sessions on tax audit. I do take seminars on tax audit. So that is how I keep myself updated by taking sessions, by taking seminars. I keep reading. So you need to keep reading, right? You need to keep yourself updated. You cannot go and in an interview and say, I don't know what is clause 34A. I don't know what clause 13E is. At least I am not expecting you to remember all the clauses by heart. No, that will be foolish on anyone's side to remember. Even I don't remember all the clauses, to be very honest. But at least the key ones. I asked you what 34A. 34A is the TDS provision, the TDS section, right? The reporting of TDS and TCS, which is one of the most common ones and one of the most, I believe, pain points for any tax auditor. So you should be aware of this. See, nothing personal. All the feedback is purely to improve yourself for uh, going forward for the actual interviews. And when I ask you, this is for everybody sitting here. When I ask you that, where do you see yourself 10 years down the line? I don't want a vague answer that I want to grow, I want to specialize, I want to lead. Be specific where you want to be. I want to see myself at X position in X particular organization. Assuming you want to be in Big Four, right? Be realistic that say in 10 years I want to be an associate director at Big Four, right? Don't say a partner, because you cannot be a partner in 10 years at Big Four. That is very impossible. I believe in all GIR batches I have given you the growth trajectory, that when can you become a partner, right? It takes at least 17 to 20 years to become a partner in a Big Four. So if you tell me that I want to be a partner in Big Four at 10 years, I will laugh at you. As simple as that, right? So have your ground realities clear. So don't give any vague answers. I want to grow in an organization. I want to contribute in an organization. That doesn't work. When I ask you where do you see yourself, it is purely about where you want to be after 10 years. So have your answers specific, and when you are asked initially about yourself, right, you need not tell about I have done my schooling from this, I have done my graduation from this. Does not matter. What matters is your CA curriculum. What matters is when did you clear and what have you done in your articleship. That's it. Keep it short, keep it crisp, right? That is how I believe you should prepare for the interviews. How many of you have done the direct tax master class, the direct and international tax master class here? Raise your hands. How many of you have done the master class? Only one? Only one, Sham? Okay. So are others aware about the direct tax master class? Yes or no? Have you heard about the direct and international tax master class?
Yes,
No.
sir.
Okay. Many of you say no. Many of you say no.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay. So just to give you a brief background of what this direct tax or direct and international tax master class is all about. So basically, we come across various students or various freshers, who do not come from a direct tax background, but they want to pursue their career in direct tax. For example, I do not have an exposure in direct tax. I do not have an exposure in international tax. I do not have an exposure in M&A tax. But does it mean that I cannot pursue my career in this field? The answer is no, right? That is the first aspect. The second aspect is I want to join a big four, right? I want to join a big four, but I come from a small size firm. I come from a mid-size firm. I do not have a relevant exposure. So for all these students or for all these freshers, we had curated this direct and international tax masterclass, wherein we have, brought in the entire corporate tax, international tax, some bit of transfer pricing, litigation, how to do research, M&A tax. We have covered everything so that one, you can prepare for your interviews. Not only that, you can be ready. You can be job ready. You can be ready to join the firm or join the organization from day one. And you will not feel like I have come to the alien world and what are the people, what are the topics that people are talking about? What is DTAA? What is international tax? What is permanent establishment? I really don't understand what these people are talking about, right? So I believe this is something which will help you or help those people who do not have direct tax exposure. And this, mind you, this is a certificate course, so you can also include this in your CV, and this will add value to your CV, and this will add value to your profile, and it will also showcase your interest in the field of direct tax and international tax. The duration is approximately, I believe, 20 to 25 hours is the duration, not a longer duration. It is very short duration. 20 to 25 hours is the maximum duration of the course. So if you want, you can go ahead and prepare yourself. So this is just a preparation tool, not only for the interviews, but also for the people who want to actually start their career in direct tax, to gain confidence, to get that starting point, that where do I start, right? So this is that starting point, and it will help you to actually kickstart your career in the field of direct tax and international tax.
So we'll also share
the
link in the mail after this session.
Yeah, we can do that. You can get in touch with the CA Monk team. Umang sir is here, Shivam sir or Ranjit, anyone, or maybe from the, I think, website also you can access the course, and you will receive the link from Umang and team shortly. So this is all about this is all about the course. Yeah, so the link is there in the chat box. Umang sir has just shared it.
मार्क भी नहीं आ रहा, मतलब नेटवर्क अनअवेलेबल रहता है, इसलिए नेटवर्क वो आता है.
Okay, So can we
That's
now open the floor for questions, sir? So
for
Sai,
all
I
those.
hope Sai, you are clear on what improvement areas you need to work on.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Yeah, Umang sir.
For all those of all of you who have doubts, you can put it in the chat. We'll try to take a couple of questions.
Yeah. So is it a practical based masterclass? Yes, we have live case studies, we have case studies, and it is as good as real. It is what we do on the ground, what we practice on the ground is what we have covered in the masterclass. So it is pure practical, no theory. Obviously, theory, as in the basics of theories, will be there to give you the understanding of definitions, the concepts, etc. But it is more about practical exposure and the practical experiences, how you go about doing a particular job in the Big Four or a consulting world. Yeah. What about the job profiles or roles one can go for in the DT domain? Yeah. So see, first of all, in DT domain, we have there are two options. One is the consulting world, that is Big Four, the CA firms, mid-size firms, large-size firms, right? You get into litigation, you get into advisory, you get into compliances. These are the roles and responsibilities which we do in which we do in so simple. The journey of a direct tax starts with a return filing, that is basic compliance. After return filing, you have assessments, you have rectifications, you have uh, appeals. This is the litigation journey started: CIT appeal, ITAT, High Court, Supreme Court, as the case may be, right? So this is the litigation journey. Then comes the advisory part, where we deal with uh, where we deal with various advices on structuring, various advices on business advisory, acquisition advisory, or structuring of a particular transaction, particular structuring of a particular deal, etc. All this comes in advisory part, right? So this is what we do in terms of overall roles and responsibilities for direct tax, right? We have specific teams for M&A, which talks about deals, acquisitions, mergers, demergers, internal restructuring, etc. So this is a separate team. We have a separate team. We have, when I say we, I am talking about Big Fours and other consulting firms. We have a transfer pricing domain, right, as a separate domain. Okay. People are asking, where do you get the judgments from? So there are a few free websites. I'll tell you: itatonline.org, Taxman. It is a paid site, but you may get some content online free. Taxman is there, Tax Sutra is there, Tax Guru is there, where you get recent articles, etc. But as far as case laws are concerned, you can refer to Taxman, Tax Sutra, itatonline.org, indiankanun.com. Again, this is a free website. indiankanun.com is a free website. So I think, yeah, these websites are enough for you to search for any recent case laws, recent updates as far as the litigation is concerned. Okay. See, as far as vacancies are concerned, direct tax and transfer pricing, yes, we are opening up. So we are opening up in terms of hirings. We are just looking at the requirements. When we say we, I am talking about KPMG. So I am based out of KPMG Mumbai, BSR Mumbai, if I can rectify myself. So we are currently assessing the requirements for various teams, and we will be hiring soon. And same may be the situation with other Big Fours also. The vacancies will come up. Even for transfer pricing, I know as a matter of fact that the interviews have already started, and I know I know as a matter of fact that we have referred few students from CMONC itself for the transfer pricing domain, for IDT domain also, and now will be shortly moving towards the direct tax domain too. So the hirings will be opening up, and you will see more interview calls available, right? Yeah. See, if you have experience in other domain, right? If you have experience in other domain, then probably you have to highlight that in brief. For example, if you have experience in audit, if you have experience in bank audit, you have very limited knowledge in direct tax. So one, obviously you need to highlight what have you done. You need to highlight what have you done in an articleship. That goes without saying. Plus, apart from that, as I said, what is your interest? If you say my interest is direct tax, then what efforts have you taken to bring yourself up to the speed, because you don't have the relevant experience, right? So have you done any reading? Have you taken any course? Have you taken any step in getting yourself updated with the direct tax knowledge, with recent changes, recent developments, etc.? So that is what you can showcase, that yes, while my uh, experience has been in audit, I am very keen for direct tax. Therefore, I have taken the master class, I have done certification course, I have done capstone project for direct tax, etc., etc. So therefore, you can showcase your important, I would say, you can showcase your interest towards the subject. That is how you will be able to get, or you will be able to crack through the interview, right? So that is one. So see, I think Lakshmikant, there are two aspects of it. When you talk about GIR workshop, that is getting interview ready workshop, those workshops are an overall basis, overall workshops uh, wherein what we are trying to cover, we as in CMONC is trying to cover, is to give you the knowledge of all the domains, right? And to prepare you, or to prepare yourself for the interview, to prepare yourself with your CV, how to prepare your CV, how to write your CV, how to write your covering letter, your soft skills. There are various other aspects also involved in in the GIR workshop, which is an overall, I would say, soft skill development, as well as making you corporate ready, making you interview ready, right? Whereas when we talk about direct tax master class, that is focusing on the domain of direct tax, that is focusing more on the technical aspects of the direct tax, and keeping yourself updated, keeping yourself up to the speed, bringing yourself up to the speed for being you ready, or making you ready rather, for big fours or for the consulting world, right? Yeah, Akshita has been asking again and again, important tax audit clauses, important tax audit clauses. Okay, so clause 13 I had asked, right? Clause 13 D, E, and F is about ICDS, the recent development. Okay, clause 34, clause 34 is again about the TDS compliances. Clause 44 GST. Clause 44 GST. Clause 18 depreciation. Clause 21B. Clause 21B is about disallowance under section 40 AIA, the TDS disallowances. 21 ब्रैकेट में स्मॉल b, clause 26 43b, clause 31 loans and advances, which deals with section 269 SS, 269T, 269 ST. Clause 32 brought forward losses. Yeah, I think these are the key ones. I hope, Akshita, I have answered your multiple same questions on important tax audit clauses. DT packages, freshers, corporate tax, or any tax domain. It starts from 10.5 lakhs to 11 lakhs fixed component. Big Fours, 10.5 to 11 lakhs fixed plus bonus, etc. as the case may be. How to remember provisions or rates? Revise, revise, revise. Read again, read again, read again. As simple as that, Tushar. Okay. Any other questions? बीएसआर में वैकेंसी है, पूछ रहे हो या बता रहे हो विरल जैन? Asking. I am not sure about Chennai. I need to check with the Chennai team. What is the vacancy there, because I am based out of Mumbai. Yeah, I'll check about Chennai. Mumbai mein openings are there. I believe transfer pricing interviews are already started. Direct tax interviews will start shortly. Role at industry level in DT is restricted to internal compliance. Yes, largely compliances. In the industry, it will be largely about compliances. Mumbai-based firms prefer Mumbai residents. It's not that. See, one important aspect I would like to highlight here is that I have been interacting with a lot of freshers. I have seen a lot of CVs, and people either in I don't know, excitement or in frustration or what, they are like, I am ready to work pan India basis. यहाँ पे कोई है ऐसा, I am ready to work pan India basis? You want to raise your hand? Anybody who wants to work pan India? Right? Never ever do this mistake that I am ready to work pan India basis. First of all, stick to your base location, right? Because the firms will also prefer a local candidate. The firms will prefer a local candidate. I will not hire a person who is from, say, Uttarakhand or UP or Bihar or Gujarat even for that matter, because I'll be worried that whether this person will stay in Mumbai for longer, right? So therefore, people will prefer local candidates. I'm not saying you are not good or you are not fit for Mumbai. But if you really want to move to Mumbai, then show that intent that I am moving to Mumbai. But don't have an open position that I am okay to work in Mumbai, Delhi, Chennai, Gurgaon, किधर भी भेजो मैं जाएगा. Don't ever have that mindset. Select your base location. At the most, have alternate 1 or 2 options available at your disposal, but never ever say pan India. Right? That is a very wrong practice. So package is same, 10.511 for TP also and for direct tax also. The package remains the same. And as far as Big Fours are concerned, it does not vary from city to city. For other firms, it might vary from city to city, but Big Four is concerned, we do not have metro and non-metro. We used to have this earlier, but now we don't have these differences. Ki Chennai may be same salary or Mumbai may be same salary, just to give you an example. Work-life balance. Priya Chuk. Kidhar hai Priya Chuk? Can you come on the video, please? Let me see you. I was waiting for this question, work-life balance. किधर गए प्रिया मैडम? दिख नहीं रहे मेरे को. किधर है? हाँ, आ गए. So please, can you please define what do you mean by work-life balance?
Sir, as in, I want to ask about the work pressure over there.
Okay. No, but I want you to define what do you mean by work-life balance.
As in, where you get time for personal time also. There is not lot
Personal
of
time
work
also.
pressure. As
Okay.
in, seasonal pressure is okay, but there is not frequent pressure. That's what I mean.
Okay. So I'll answer your question a bit differently. I am an associate director with a Big Four. Okay. Sitting in
Right.
front of you at 9 p.m. Right? Is this work-life balance?
No, sir, you should be with your family right now.
अरे ये अलग ही level पे है. So what I'm saying is, do you mean this is work-life balance, Priya? Will you say this is work-life balance?
Not exactly, sir.
Sir,
Not
if you
exactly.
love what you are doing, then it's a work-life
Aha.
balance. Okay.
Precisely. This is what I mean, right? So, just to give you more background about myself, I am also a professional numerology consultant. I am also a professional Vastu consultant. I am a YouTube content creator. I run my own YouTube channel. And every weekday, Monday to Friday, मेरा हर दिन एक video release होता है. ठीक है? Now don't ask me how do I manage, but do you call this as work-life balance?
Yes, we can call this as work-life balance.
Okay. So what is work-life balance is when you get time for your passion, when you get time for your hobby, or when you get time for your family, whatever you want. Right? Now I could have chosen to be with my family now in the evening time. I could have chosen to be with my family over the weekend. But I enjoy taking sessions. I enjoy being with CA Monk. Almost every day I am with CA Monk. Almost every night I am with CA Monk. From 8 to 10, I take mock interviews. I take sessions. So this is what I enjoy. Right? So apart from my work, obviously being an associate director, you know how work pressures are in Big Four. Right?
Yes.
So it is purely up to us. How do we manage our work? Work-life balance is strictly between or strictly between you and your manager, one. And second, once you grow up the ladder, it is purely how you manage your work and you give time to your hobbies, your passion, your family, whatever you want. Right? So work-life balance is a pure mental thing, I would say. Right? And it is purely a personal choice. If you say that बहुत pressure है 100% 12 महीने pressure रहेगा. But it is up to you. How do you manage that pressure? It is up to you. So I am doing 10 things today, right? I am doing n number of things today, right? So if I am able to do that, this itself means that I have enough work-life balance in Big Four. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
So hence proved there is work-life balance in Big Four.
Yes.
Agreed, sir. Thank
Simple.
you. Thank
Right?
you.
Yeah. Exit opportunities in DT. You can exit in an industry. You can move to industry. You can start your own practice. You can start your own startup. You can join or you can move within Big Four or within from direct tax to M&A or from direct tax to TP. That is what you can move around, right? But see, I don't know why people are very excited about exit opportunities. I believe you should choose your career or you should choose your, I would say, domain, assuming it is direct tax or assuming it is international tax or TP or whatever it is. You should choose because you enjoy doing it, right? Not because it is paying you well. Choose a career or choose. I always say in GIR batches also that choose something which excites you the most, right? If that excites you the most, you will never think about exit opportunities. I have been with this firm since more than 14 years today, right? I have never ever thought about, I have not even prepared my CV since 14 years. I have the same tabular form CV which I have prepared in 2009. I have never ever changed my job also, right? So when you talk about exit opportunities, yes, it is good to understand, but don't be too serious about exit opportunities today. पहले घुसो अंदर, ठीक है? First, enter the water, try to swim, and then think about survival, or then think about coming out of the swimming pool, right? Yeah, we should join industry or big four as a fresher level. See, I would always recommend not just big four, because big four might not be practical for everybody. I would say consulting. You start with consulting, either big four, big six, big 10. Start with the consulting world, take the exposure 5 years, 7 years, 10 years, and then move to industry. You will get a better jump, right? And if you compare payment wise, we all are here to earn. Yes or no? Is there anybody who is here to do charity? कि मुझे पैसा कम मिलेगा चलेगा, I want to enjoy. Everybody is here to earn, right? So when you compare a package by a big four versus industry, initially you might see that industry is paying higher, right? But in the long run, always the big fours will pay you higher. You know what is the package for a partner in big four? Yes, what is the package? Any idea? In crores, yes, 1.5 crores, 2 crores is the package for a partner, right? So which an industry will not pay to a tax person, because industry mein tax will always be a cost center, right? Industry mein tax will always be a cost center, whereas in consulting world, in big four, it will be a revenue generating unit, right? It will not be a cost center, but it will be a profit center. So therefore, if you look at it payment wise, if you look at it consideration wise, big four will pay you more in the long run. Yes, work pressures will be there. Nothing comes free. There is no free lunch in life. You will have to work hard. You have to slog, but it is worth it. To be honest, it is worth it, right? So as I said, start with the consulting world. Then probably you can move to the industry with a good exposure, with a better exposure. Because if you have that tag of a big four or larger firm with you, obviously the industry will be happy to pick you up. Yeah, Akshita, if you can please come on the video and explain किसने क्या बोला आपको. My senior said that DT में scope नहीं है. Yes, where is Akshita?
Yeah, good evening.
किधर गए, दिख नहीं रहे मुझे. Yeah, go ahead.
सर एक अंकल ने मुझे बोला है, वो इनकम टैक्स डिपार्टमेंट में, कि अब डीटी में इतना स्कोप नहीं है, मतलब अगर कहीं और स्विच करो तो ज्यादा बेटर.
ओके, डीटी में इतना स्कोप नहीं है, क्यों? इनकम टैक्स बंद होने वाला है?
नहीं, वो ये बोल रहे थे, मतलब जैसे अब फेसलेस अपील हो गई है.
हाँ, तो अच्छी बात है ना, फेसलेस अपील हुआ तो डिपार्टमेंट जाने का चक्कर कम हो गया. आप कहाँ पे रहते हो?
सर दिल्ली.
सॉरी,
दिल्ली.
दिल्ली. तो अगर फेसलेस नहीं होता तो आप मुंबई के क्लाइंट का हियरिंग अटेंड कर सकते थे क्या?
नो सर.
आपको मुंबई का क्लाइंट मिलेगा तो आप मुंबई के क्लाइंट का इनकम टैक्स अपील्स या इनकम टैक्स हियरिंग्स कर पाते थे क्या?
नो.
आज कर पाओगे?
यस.
आज कर पाओगे? यू कैन सर्व अ क्लाइंट ऑफ मुंबई, यू कैन सर्व अ क्लाइंट ऑफ चेन्नई, यू कैन सर्व अ क्लाइंट ऑफ यूएसए. यस और नो? सो अब बोलो, फेसलेस अच्छा है बुरा है?
अच्छा है.
फिर सिंपल. ये आपको किसी इनकम टैक्स डिपार्टमेंट के अंकल ने बोला?
Yes.
This session is being recorded. I need not say much that why this is not good for them, but I don't want to highlight that what is the department's perspective. In fact, to give you a live perspective, today morning I was with 375 plus income tax IRS officers, and I was giving them training on ICDS. ICDS पता है आपको?
Yes.
Right, income computation disclosure standards, which is a part of tax audit report also and computation also. So I was actually giving a training to the tax department on ICDS, because and all the officers were faceless officers, and there were around 400 officers to whom I was giving training today morning, right? अगर department इतना spend करता है training पे, and they pay me, right? This is not free. Department pays me for giving these technical trainings, right? So department is also spending on the training. They are also spending on technology. ठीक है? So do you think कल से income tax बंद होने वाला है?
No sir.
होगा क्या? अभी कल ही डिपार्टमेंट ने ट्वीट किया था 7 करोड़ रिटर्न भरा एक दिन में, ऐसा ही कुछ तो ट्वीट था, राइट? So therefore the number of tax, 6 crores plus something. So number of taxpayers are increasing, and with faceless, I would say it is all the more important that the quality people will stay in the market, right? And the people with low knowledge or no knowledge will move away from the market. So if you have good knowledge, then I believe this is the right time for you to be in the field, in the litigation field, I would say more appropriately. And all these are myths कि डायरेक्ट टैक्स में एक्सपोजर नहीं है. एक्सपोजर सब जगह पे है, लर्निंग सब जगह पे है, राइट? इट इज अप टू यू how you want to take it, what you want to take it, and whether you actually are interested in this particular field. If you are interested, then sky is the limit for you, right? Yeah. What does Big Four expect from candidates in general apart from number of attempts? I never ask number of attempts to any candidate. When I look at a CV, I don't look at number of attempts. First point, I am not concerned with your attempts, right? Because I always tell all the students also, you are the financial doctors of the country, right? और डॉक्टर का उसका अटेम्प्ट नहीं पूछा जाता कभी भी. When you go to a doctor and he gives you a prescription or he gives you a medicine, or even if he treats you, if you are on the operation theater, right? ऑपरेशन टेबल पे आप पूछोगे क्या उसको, बॉस तेरे को केटी लगा था क्या, कितना अटेम्प्ट लगा था? अगर तू फर्स्ट अटेम्प्ट पे तो ही मेरा ऑपरेशन करेगा, तो ही मुझे मेडिसिन देगा. डू यू आस्क योर डॉक्टर्स? द आंसर इज नो. Same way, once you are the chartered accountant, number of attempts does not matter. As an interviewer, it does not matter to me. As a candidate, it should never ever matter to you. अगर interviewer को matter करता है तो उसका problem है, आपका problem नहीं है, right? And number of attempts is a history. Let me tell you, your number of attempts is your history. What matters is, I believe you all are cleared in May 23. What matters is you are qualified in May 23. As simple as that. Does not matter पहले कितना attempt लगा, क्या लगा. That is history. ठीक है? So first of all, आप अपने खुद के दिमाग से निकाल दो कि मुझे 3 अटेम्प्ट लगा, 4 अटेम्प्ट लगा, 5 अटेम्प्ट लगा. नहीं, forget about it. सामने वाला पूछेगा तब याद करके बता देना कितना अटेम्प्ट लगा. बट आज के दिन में आप भूल जाओ आपको कितना अटेम्प्ट लगा. You qualified in May 23. That is what matters. You are a chartered accountant now. That is what matters, right? Because you will be harming yourself by remembering your number of attempts. ठीक है? आप अपना confidence level down करोगे by remembering your number of attempts. If it is more than 3, of course, right? So don't ever think about number of attempts. ये सब चीज कैंपस के काम में आता है. I cleared in first attempt. ठीक है? Nobody is paying me 10%, 20%, 30% extra because I cleared in first attempt. कोई फर्क नहीं पड़ता है. ठीक है? Really does not matter. It is just a matter of time. So ठीक है? हाँ, कैंपस से कोई एक्सपेक्टेशन मत रखना अगर आपके अटेम्प्ट 3 से ज्यादा है, बिकॉज कैंपस में फिल्टरिंग प्रोसेस होगा. एंड campus is obviously there are a lot of criteria for selection etc, but you can try offline. You can try through the sources, right? You can try through CMO, you can try directly through the people who are working in Big Four, right? That is how you can bypass the number of attempts criteria, because ये HR का criteria है. ठीक है? I don't look at number of attempts. What I look at is whether you are really interested in the field, whether you want to learn, and whether you are a long term player. ठीक है, टाइम पास करने तो नहीं आया कि 1 साल देखेंगे 2 साल देखेंगे बाद में छोड़ देंगे. I don't want such candidates in my team or in my organization, as a matter of fact. So what do I need or what do I check is, one, do you have interest in direct tax, in international tax? If the answer is yes, what have you done to work on it? What have you done to understand the subject, right? If you say I love direct tax, or if you say I want to do my career in direct tax, and if I ask you simple questions and you are not able to answer it, then you are not doing justice with your own self. Not forget about us, forget about the interviewer, but you are not doing justice to your own self, right? So if you want to do good in this particular field, start reading, start studying, right? Masterclass is there, plus you have various support systems available in CMONG, outside CMONG, right? Start working on your goals, start working on your long-term goals, right? And have smart goals. Smart matlab? Yes, what do you mean by smart goals? Specific, measurable, achievable, relevant. और टी से क्या आता है? टाइम बाउंड. ठीक है, कभी तो भी मुझे पार्टनर बनना है, कभी तो भी नहीं होता है. इट हैज टू बी अ टाइम बाउंड थिंग. Once upon a time, this is not a story, right? So you should have smart goals, specific goals. Okay, हवे में बात नहीं करना. This is what I look at in terms of candidate whenever I take interviews, and I have been taking mock interviews almost daily. I take at least 2 to 3 mock interviews for direct tax domain for CMO on a daily, on a regular basis, right? And so yes, we are here for your support. If you have any questions, if you need anything, any guidance, we are there to support you. We are there to guide you. But you have to work with your own self. You have to work on your own technical skills. वो तो आपको ही करना है. We can just give you the material. पढ़ना तो आपको ही है. Preparation तो आप ही को करना है. Interview आप ही को crack करना है. Right? Yeah. Are there any vacancies? I will check about the vacancies. I am not sure about the vacancies in different locations because I'm not into HR. I am not into recruitment. I can tell about my team. I can tell about Mumbai, but Hyderabad, Chennai, Bangalore, I need to check. Yeah. Any other relevant questions? We are already overshooted the time, I guess. But if you have any relevant questions, happy to take it up. What are your goals now? किसका? मेरा goals. I have multiple goals. Don't worry.
I think if there are no more questions, we can call it a day.
Yeah.
Just all the praises in the chat, sir, for you.
Thank you.
It's always a delight to hear you, of course. And
When will you come again? See, I am here with CMONK. As I said, I am with CMONK on a daily basis. Yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
Great. So thanks a lot, sir, for joining. I think
Thank you, sir.
we are done with the
Thank you very
questions.
much.
Of
Thank
course,
you.
thanks a lot. It was an insightful session. It was always a delight to host you, listen to you. And thanks everyone
Thank you,
for
sir.
joining in.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, everyone.